Alrighty then. Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 291, I believe. We're heading out. We're going to... I say that. Let me check this real quick. I need to confirm that Ember has access. Yeah, she has access to Heroic Invocation. Don't think we have access to Fox Cunning Mass, which is like whatever. Can I get that on somebody without it being a massive ordeal? I could just make some fucking things, I suppose. Also, I swear to God, we have updated these things so many freaking times, and it just... Oh, well, True Seeing Communal is gonna be annoying. I kinda think we just ditch. I mean, I love Arushale. She is amazing. But I kind of feel like we just ditch Arushale, honestly. 50,000 bark skins. More instant enemies. Probably fine. Already have Featherstep Mass. Alien Great Strider lasts long enough. These all last long enough. The rest of this matters. Soothing Mud could be cool. Or instant enemy, I suppose. Inspiring Recovery! Everyone freedom of movement. Magical vestments, just in case we need more of that, suppose. I swear they just apparate spots. I think like I'm gaining spots and then losing spots and then gaining spots and then losing spots. Real annoying. Control as a replacement. Guess more plus weapon. Guess more bestow grace. This does not matter, I feel like. Guess we need that. Alright. Let's walk on that. Okay, with that concept, we are going to take... Oh, God. Urshule does a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. Losing Urshule is not going to be an enjoyable experience. It would be one thing with Lan, because Lan kind of fills the gap that, or the hole that she, leaves behind. Dayron does not fill that hole, so that is somewhat concerning. I think most of what we're going to be using Ninio for, we already have covered elsewhere. I think in this particular instance, I want to bring Dayron. I want to bring Urshule over Ninio. I would probably swap. Again, if it's Lan, I'd probably swap, but... Alright. This is going to be a thing. We are heading down to the trap for the other. Alright, alright. Here's my abilities. What happened here? Ah, diplomatic ties. Defenders of Freedom. More Yama Azadas. Versus Bralani Azadas. Absolutely, I feel like the Bralani Azadas are the significantly better choice. Yeah, Bralani Azadas, 140 required energy. How much energy do we have? We get 36 a day. Yeah, spam this. Okay. Chill Roar. Rest of the Fallen Knight. Five days. Everything takes so long. Skill Roars, Hadden Tusks, sure. Okay, done deed there. Okay. Ah, pull up. Four more days. Yeah, we'll be back in time to swap out those Brelanis with the bards. Continue. Are we still... no, this is very expensive stuff. These assassins might be worth it. That's so fucking expensive, though. The assassins, though, are some of the highest damage things that we've seen in the entire game, so they might actually be worth it. These duelists are kind of crap. I mean, fuck it, what else are we doing? Recruit those. Those would probably be worth fitting into the actual primary army. Sort of like these duelists or maybe the Yamazadas. Replace these two. These duelists are very disappointing. I guess maybe this is happening and I'm not seeing it, but this attack is just so incredibly weak. I thought they were going to be cooler, but they are not. Continue. Alright, we definitely need to rest. Well, I mean, I guess if we can make it all the way over here. Yeah. Travel all this way. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? We lose a couple of units that we're not using anyways? Whatever. At this point, this army is completely throwaway. Maybe I should be more concerned about these marksmen, but everyone else is just very much I don't care. Pet Drake could be a good one for this. Hedge Knights. Old. Engage. Ruggy. Burning liquid on these guys, maybe? A little concerned about them, perhaps. Okay, that axe looked pretty cool. Hedge Knights don't feel too bad. Yikes. Kill yourself. Clerics. Back in clerics. I swear. It's always the Thakin clerics. What? Here. Very nice. I'm okay. Not bad. Cool. We were successful with the B team. Oh yeah. Relania Zada's completed. All the Azadas. Okay, so we can shuffle these. If I want to shuffle them, the Yama Azadas aren't that great. They do have flight. But that doesn't seem to matter too terribly much. I guess it's better than nothing. Is that my mode here? I would rather it be some sort of something than nothing. Cool. We are done with that. I think we're going to rest down here because we are very, very hurt. I say hurt. No, not time skip, sorry. Rest. And while here, we are... Helps. That should be fine. Begin resting. Let's see how that goes. I read in a book by one great thinker that the further we are from civilization, the less civilized we become. As those stone walls, law scrolls, and the expectation to eat at the table laid with the tablecloth are all that stands between us and barbarism. I mean, that's honestly, it's a... I feel like it's a real thing. Obviously, it's not like an immediate trigger, but if you go camping with people, right, for an extended period of time, then things start to lapse, right? Like if you're doing survivalist things or just being away from the amenities of life, you start to grow accustomed to not requiring the amenities of life. And when you don't put all of those trappings together, they're less than useless, so you kind of dispense with them. I remember, like being a wild child, but it was because, right, like we didn't see a purpose in dealing with some of the things that we had to do. We're gonna head over to, we're not gonna head over there. And we're gonna go straight for the Trap of the Other, I think. Hey! Can recruit people again. Yo. Witches! And monks. These are crazy. Those are absolutely crazy. Rogues. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for the next day because that's just gonna be a whole cluster if we try to do all of the stuff. we got going on here? Defenders of Freedom. Yay, they have arrived. Preachers. Inspired priests will leave the service and travel across Avestan to preach the commander's word. They will remind the people of how great the danger of the world is and will encourage them to take up arms. Oh, so this is our continued trainables. Gotcha. That's fine. Easy enough to do here in a little bit. Report! The negotiations ended in disaster. After a long and futile argument, the representatives of the Wary drew their weapons. In the bloody skirmish that ensued, the commander's opponents were slain, and thus the army's obedience was restored, but the victory cost the Crusaders dearly. Well, that's fucked up. The spies have reported that the enemy is preparing a series of attempts on the officers' lives. The generals are asking the commander to take precautions and protect his loyal servants. Guard the officers both during battles and in between them. Same living conditions as regular soldiers. Train the officers how to fight off assassins. They did warn you this would be a bad choice, but I didn't think it would be that bad. Right? Like, I thought it... What I expected was some sort of interaction. I didn't expect it to just be, oh, a lot of people died. You know? Kind of a bummer. Like, it honestly kind of feels like a gotcha, right? Like, if that's all that was gonna happen, then why was that there in the first place? Like, if everyone knew that this was going to end horribly, and the game is basically just giving me a gotcha moment, then why did Hataman, or whatever his name is, even suggest it as an option, right? I was expecting that there was going to be the chance for things to go really bad, but that maybe we'd get some interesting information out of it. But it doesn't seem that way. Whatever, though. Honestly, at the end of the day, a lot of the Crusader stuff does not seem that consequential. And I'm not super worried about it. Oh, yo! Security training. All generals get 30,000 experience. That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll do that. Greyboard knows the tricks assassins use in their work. He'll teach the officers how to defend themselves if they are attacked, but the training will require some time. Sure. Seems fun. Alright, here we go. Alright, I am interested in swapping here. These are very powerfully damaging individuals, but they are also quite squishy. So, we might not be able to execute on this just yet. That is okay, though. Hardened veterans. This is also going to be the other thing. These guys are grand tier unit infantries. Massive HP pulls, super high AC, quite a bit of damage, has critical strike. We get 2 of them per week. Oh shit. Unit has 20% chance to deal 150% damage with a critical hit. Magnificent guardians of the Mendevian throne who descended from the best noble families and received an excellent military education. Their very presence on the battlefield inspires the army. Yeah, these guys are going to be god tier, is what it feels like the insinuation is. Okay, right, obviously. But... and we probably want to pick up these assassins, all things considering. obviously these can lock in. And I'm curious about this. Like, these seem 2 is too little to send out, right? In theory, but that's so much HP that like that's a lot, a whole bunch. That for now. We can't afford those guys. We need... These monks could potentially be cool. I do think we want these assassins. So we wait to get the assassins, I think, is probably the plan. We get nearly 5,000 a day. I say that, but we can just... We can buy 275,000 resources. We're interested in, what, about 2,000 resources right now? That's 10k. Whatever. 5 resources. Ah, I was incorrect. We need, like, another 500. Fine. So that means we can, here, recruits. Here is... Oh, no, we're very close. Like 100. Recruit. We get another 5 of those. Head on down. Join on up. Alright, that's a little more resilient. And then the other thing is obviously we have 2 days until we get this call to arms completed, right? So I guess it's at that point we'll have to ask the question of, do we want to put the hardened vets in there, right? Instead of something else, like instead of the Yama Azadas, which aren't that great, honestly. The Paladins aren't that great either, but I mean, we have a lot of Paladins, and the Paladins can heal themselves. It actually does surprise me how kind of garbage the Paladins are comparatively. Like, I feel like there should be some upgraded versions of that. We'll be back in time. I don't think this matters. We're gonna head out this way. Guys are tanky, but I don't think they deal damage. Okay. We have done what we can do there. We are heading onwards. And I think we're evade. Okay, cool. I think we are here. Okay. The final veil. Okay. Okay, I was like, really? We can't go? And it was like, yes. Alright, trap for the other. Here we go. Bring Daeron to the place marked by the Inquisitor. Do not allow the other to suspect an ambush. Okay. We're going to save, and we're going to explore around a little bit.
Here we go.
Probably what we'll do is we'll get involved in conversations. And we will, so we'll go through the conversations, right? And then we will ultimately, probably, there's going to be a fight. We haven't buffed, so we'll die in that fight. And probably we'll end the night there, and come back and rebuff and flip through the conversation real quick and then actually do the fight. Anyways. WotR plays his role perfectly. He stands before the improvised place of execution, formidable and emotionless like the living embodiment of inescapable retribution. Commander, I'm glad to see that you have held up your end of the deal. The Mindev Inquisition thanks you. We will take custody of the criminal now. It's hard to read anything on Daeron's face. My, what a curious installation. Count Arendae. The Mindev Inquisition finds you guilty of treason, criminal links to demonic cults, orchestrating the murders of several of this country's citizens, who were killed and decapitated by you or your accomplices in Canabras and a range of other places. I, WotR Hawkblade, Inquisitor and Exterminator of the demonic blight by the grace of the Inheritor, have been authorized to carry out the sentence. Death by fire. With the permission of the Commander, we will begin. Daeron darts a glance at you, seemingly lost for words. Tell the truth. That is not the truth. Oh, I guess it's saying you can decide that this is the truth and that you're telling it. Or you can lie. I never really cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. Did you really think I would agree to tolerate you forever, miserable excuse for a man that you are? I'll enjoy watching you roast at the stake. Don't disappoint me now. Scream as loud as you can. That's just sick. No, I'm not gonna let the other. The whole point, right, is we have to bring the other out because the other doesn't want its host to die, and if it doesn't think, right, that I'm going to let it die, it won't do anything. So we are going to lie. I never really cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. The Inquisitor, who seems to be listening to something only he can sense, gives you a subtle nod. It appears everything is going as planned. The rest of your companions exchange bewildered glances, but keep watching without a word, understanding that something unusual is about to happen. Daeron seems shaken by your words. He looks away for a moment, then asks with feigned glee. Burning at the stake, A trifle old-fashioned. I thought you'd offer something a little more sophisticated for your noble clientele. But what interests me most is what your role is in all of this, K-Jack. The Count is obviously trying his best to mask his emotion, but his voice betrays him, a slight waver as if he cannot believe what's happening. Daeron's a jerk, but I feel sorry for the fear he's having to go through. Abso-fucking-lutely. 100%, right? Like, there have been a couple of things throughout the game, right, where I've been like, yo, Daeron, that's a little much, right? Where he's like made a suggestion or popped off with something and I've been like, okay, this is why you're tagged evil, right? But generally speaking, he's just a snobby, noble arsehole, right? Most of the time he is fighting on the side of good. If coerced to do so, right? But this is mental torture, basically. Okay, again, we have an intimidation, a diplomacy where we're telling the truth, or we're bluffing a lie, right? You're an arrogant, pompous brat who thinks too highly of himself. I've been watching you and dreaming of making you die a lonely, humiliating death. Absolutely not. That's horrendous. Ooh, a Vaporeon. Nice. Enjoy it while you can. Tell the truth, I gave the Inquisition free reign. I gave the Inquisition free reign in this matter. You've been under suspicion since day one, and I knew without a doubt that I would hand you over to them if needed. Not true. Bluff, lie. My role? I was the one who reached out to the Inquisition and asked them to investigate you. Like a fool, you followed me. Yet all the while I knew I would soon throw you to the Church's slavering hounds. I'm gonna hit him with this. I gave the Inquisition free reign in this matter. You've been under suspicion since day one, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I would hand you over to them if needed. Leotier's face expresses undisguised approval. He shifts his stance, readying himself to fight. Daron parts his lips to say something, but then presses them into a thin line, restraining himself. It is good we have finally had an honest conversation. I've always appreciated honesty in people. I wonder. I almost wish that we had picked Daron as our love companion, right? Because I wonder how much different and how horribly brutal this would be if he was like the love of my life. Leotier stands motionless like a statue. He stares at you expectantly, as if asking your permission to continue. You've mocked and hurt others your entire life. Now it's your turn. Take your place at the stake and endure the agonizing death you deserve. That's rough. Tell the truth, in this world, it's every man for himself. You're not my friend and not my ally. You're just a bargaining chip. And now, start praying. That is, if you have anyone to pray to. It's time. Or we can lie and say, you are not my friend or my ally. You're just a bargaining chip. I'll have forgotten you entirely by the time the first of your blackened ashes are carried off by the winds of the whirlwind. Yikes. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna do a different one each of these times. I bluffed, I diplomacied, and now I'm gonna intimidate. You've mocked and hurt, because this one is kind of true. You've mocked and hurt others your entire life. Now it's your turn. Take your place at the stake and endure the agonizing death you deserve. Leotier gives a barely perceptible nod. A circle of runes starts to glow faintly at his feet. Daron listens to your words, never taking his eyes off your face, and only when you are about to finish does he finally break. With a shudder, he averts his eyes, avoiding looking at anyone. His voice sounds hoarse. So this is how it ends. I suppose I deserve this, don't I? If you walk through life without showing any compassion or gratitude to anyone, it's highly unreasonable to expect someone to show compassion towards you. A little bit. This breaks my heart. Oh no, because I don't mean any of it. Sorry, I have neither the time nor the strength to continue this conversation any longer. Do what you have to do. And Daron pauses for a moment, mustering his courage. I must warn you. There is someone who may be severely displeased by your attempt to kill me. Someone dangerous. Prepare yourself. There is a palpable shift in the surroundings. Everything seems to tremble like the moment before a thunderstorm. There are no bolts of lightning or rolls of thunder, but the sensation of some malicious presence, enraged and bewildered, rings through the air. We did it, Commander. It's coming! Right into our trap! A scream of A dozen voices, soundless but powerful, drills into your ears and resounds over the land. The ritual circle drawn by the Inquisitor flares to life.
Defend my dream.
And the other has arrived. Alright. Well, you know what? This thing, we do still have a few more minutes, and this thing has 740 HP, but it only has 52 AC, so maybe we can kill it. Let's do some things real quick. We're going to instant enemy it. And we're going to Ranger's Bond. We're going to quarry. Oh, immune to quarry. Immune to instant enemy.
I will resist.
Oh. Alright, this guy's immune to a lot of shit, isn't he? We might have a better list of what this guy is not immune to. Mind affecting, fear, compulsion, emotion, poison, disease, charm, daze, nauseated, stun, death, sleep, petrified, negative level, critical hits, damage from non-magical weapons, ability score damage, drain, precision damage, spells with the target, physical damage from weapon, energy negative, and cold. What? Magic missile, force damage, nauseated, sickened, exhausted, fatigued, prone. Wait. What can we actually hit him with? He's immune to physical damage from weapons. He's immune to spells with the target. Is the only thing that we can hit him with is non-targeted AoE or damaging effects on our magical damaging effects on our weapons, like holy or shit like that. Basically, that's it. That's the. Oh my god! Really? That's wild. He just blasted so many people. Oh god. I love it.
No glory without
That's
risk.
great. Even Ember can't hurt him? This sounds like the final boss, not a side quest opponent. So Ember is actually one of the people that can hurt him with something like Firestorm, I think. She can't hurt him in the way that she normally would, though, with Hellfire Ray. So, for example, if we Firestorm... Yeah, see, she does 60-something damage to him, which is way less than she normally can, right? But that's funny. What we can do, though, right, like the way we actually get into this is these effects, right? 30 damage based off of leading strike. Adding on holy weapons, right? For example, we can put Instrument of Freedom, which does 2d6 holy damage per hit, right? So if we put that onto Arushale, for example, could do quite a bit more damage. We just did a lot of like chip damage, right? With Odysseus there, doing unholy damage. Sela can do something like putting on Holy Sword onto herself. This poor Inquisitor over here, he's gonna get fucked. And we can do... Is this guy immune to Hex? I don't know if we care if he's immune to Hex. We're gonna heroic invocation, make sure that we have the best chance of hitting with people like Arushale. We need to keep healing, actually. And then something like this.
Desna, guide my hand.
Oof, not as much as one would want. What do we have here? Good. Looking to see if we have anything that we can bolster attacks with. Not really. Yeah. I guess we could go for Sela in this moment. I mean, Odysseus is slowly chipping him down, right? We can Mark of Justice. Immune to Mark of Justice. Wow, okay, well...
Into the fray.
We would definitely, we would kill this way, way faster if we were, fully buffed. Because fully buffed... Oh, no, that's not good. Fully buffed, we actually do have a couple of different,
Make your peace.
Oh! Oh! No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A sudden silence falls over the battlefield. It is accompanied by the sensation of sinking into deep water, slowly and inevitably. The surface grows further and further away. The darkness grows deeper and deeper around you, and below is nothing but bottomless black. Voices sound inside your head. No, not voices. Images. Ideas. Deal. The blackness seems to extend its hand, a vague extremity, an open palm. Deal. Let go. Let go of us. An agonizing yearning for freedom grows through you, piercing your entire self. It comes from without, but you feel it as your own. Reward. Get reward. Power. Away. We will go away. The old door is closing. We will step back. A picture of Daeron's severed head, dripping with blood, appears before your eyes, looking eerily real. Oh, shit. That's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode. We're going to come back with this because this is not going to happen. We're going to talk about these, so we'll save these for the next time. But we are not giving this creature, letting this creature go, especially if, right, like this insinuation to me is that they'll be taking Daeron's head with them, right? Unacceptable. Absolutely not. Which means we're gonna fight this thing, and we're gonna fully buff, come into this, and kick the shit out of this fucking other, fuck that guy. Anyways, that is gonna be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.